guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, we are making a switch to the Good and the Beautiful's language arts curriculum, and I feel so good about this decision. So let's kind of talk about why I decided to switch. So I would say like half of the year last year, I was like halfway through the year, and we were using BJU's English, and while I really enjoyed it, I did feel like in the back of my mind, I'm like, I feel like it's lacking something. I feel like only two of my kids kind of liked it. Haley really did not like it, and I think she was really bored with it. So she would just kind of blow through her lessons really quickly, and then she was just like, she just didn't enjoy it. And every time I would tell her like, okay, we have English, she wasn't excited about it. And so I kind of talked to them a little bit about like, how do you guys feel though? Because I had already purchased English for the following year, and I kind of felt like I was like, they weren't super excited about it. And then, you know, it not necessarily like I base like all of my curriculum decisions on like, you know, how are they feeling about it necessarily, because like at the end of the day, it's like if your kid doesn't like a certain subject but you still have to teach that subject, you know, it almost, maybe it doesn't matter. But I really kind of thought about it, and I was getting like this feeling like I need to switch back to kind of like our roots, because a really long time ago, when I had very littles, you know, like kindergarten, first grade, second grade, we were using the Good and the Beautiful. And at the time, the Good and the Beautiful's older curriculum, I thought was kind of missing something at the time. Like I felt like it needed a little bit more of spelling and writing in there. I loved it, but I just thought it was missing some components to it. And then I just found this out. So the only reason I just found out that they revised it is because I had gone on like a Facebook group and I found out that it was revised years ago. So I didn't even know that. So now that I knew it was revised, I was like, maybe I'll like look and see if it's any different. When I say that it was like, I just feel like all my prayers on that were answered as soon as I saw it, because I was like, this is exactly what I wanted it to be a long time ago, where it has the beautiful stuff in it. Like there's geography and there's art history and just all this beautiful stuff I really wanted, but it also has the spelling and the writing with it, and really amazing readers. And it was just like an all-in-one, which is another thing. So this year, you know, even like last year, I was getting like this feeling like we're doing too much. And, you know, when you're looking at curriculum online, and you're seeing like, this mom has that and her kids are doing that, and in your mind you're like, oh my gosh, like maybe I'm not doing enough. So you want to grab like all these different things, and at the end of the day you're like, why are we doing so much? Why are my days so long? And I just thought that I've had this feeling like I want to simplify things just a bit. And so what I've decided to do is changing up a few things this year. And I know I released a what we're getting for curriculum for next year, and while most of that is the same, some things I am like changing. And oh sorry, it's my phone. And I should probably put that on silent real quick. But so there's just some huge things that I feel like we're changing this year for the better. I think my days are gonna go a lot better. This is also the first year I'm coming into teaching a middle schooler, so that's a little bit different. Christopher is, I haven't really dove into like some things with Christopher, but there are some learning challenges with Christopher, because when he was younger, he had a stroke because he had a vaccine injury. And I know I haven't ever talked about that on my channel because I don't know, I've just never really talked about it. But you know, as far as like learning things, his math skills and his art is like through the roof. Like it's so high level, it's crazy. But when it comes to like his reading level and particularly his comprehension, it's lower than it should be. And so I do have him at a lower level, but I actually got some other like short book workbooks that we're going to work through with him on his vocabulary and stuff like that. But anyway, with all that being said, I felt like we were just doing so much. And so we're definitely taking things back to our roots when we first started. And I feel so good about that because I think, you know, when I first started out 6 years ago, that's what I was doing. I was just keeping it simple, but like we were doing really good. And over the years, like I'd say the past like 2 to 3 years, I've just been like, I haven't loved the direction necessarily that our homeschool's kind of taking, where I feel like it's a little bit too much it's just too much. And so, and also like I used to do morning basket when they were little and I missed that. And so we're bringing morning basket back, and I have some resources I'm going to share with you guys probably in another video of things that we're going to be doing for morning time. And yeah, I'm just kind of changing things back, and I just feel like you guys, like I can't even tell you, like my heart is so happy that we are going back to the Good and the Beautiful, because it's just, it feels like the best decision I've made in a very long time having to do with our school stuff. So I have printed level 4, the course book, and I've printed out, I haven't spiral bound this one yet because I ran out of spirals. I gotta buy more. But they also have the spelling and writing workshop, so I'm excited about that. I'll probably do a flip through if you guys are interested in that, but Jenny Phillips has actually done some amazing flip throughs of this curriculum, and I have to order, so it's free. The language arts up until a certain level, I can't remember, is free. So I just printed the course book and the spelling and writing, and I'm gonna go ahead and just buy the readers, because trying to print out 300 plus pages on my printer, while I have a very good printer, I don't want to waste the ink and the paper and having to put it all together on like the readers. So I'm just gonna buy those. They're actually super affordable. We are also going to be doing typing this year. So because I wasn't planning on doing typing, but when I was kind of flipping through this, they recommend them to do typing. And I thought years ago when I kind of talked about to my kids about typing, I wasn't sure if I was gonna do that or not. And yeah, so we are gonna do the Good and the Beautiful's language arts along with typing. And yeah, I love that there is spelling and there's writing and there's reading, and it's like all in one. I think that is just, instead of doing like, honestly, I was doing like all these separate things, and I'm like, by the end of the day, like I was burnt out. And not only burnt out, but like, and when we were in our 3rd quarter of school, and I know a lot of other moms have probably experienced homeschool burnout, but it is a real thing, homeschool burnout. And I got to our 3rd quarter last year, and I was like, I'm over some of this stuff. I really want to simplify some things. And so when I was filling out things for my planner for next year, which as soon as I get that ordered, I'm going to show you the flip through of my new planner. I was putting in basically like trying to see what sections of my planner we're going to have like the subjects of what we were doing for next year. And normally I would fill in all of those because that we were just doing so much. Like I said, we were doing like, I felt like it was like 7 or 8 subjects, and like, doesn't that seem like a lot? I don't know. To me, like when I look back on that, I'm like, how the heck were we getting all that done in a day? And it was just, it was a lot. So Not Grass is staying the same. And we're doing Science Shepherd this year. So some things are completely staying the same, like I talked about in my last video, but this is my first year, and I think 2 years, I am not using BJU in any aspect across the board. And BJU's, for me, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it while we were using it. But I was starting to feel a shift where I'm like, my heart was wanting something different for our homeschool. And I'm so excited about switching to the Good and the Beautiful, you guys. It's so, like, I just want to show you guys so bad, but I just love the way it's put together. They have, oh, really quick before I forget. So this upcoming school year, I am switching some things up. I don't even know how my days are going to go, honestly. We're doing way less stuff this year, which is perfect. But I am really wanting my kids to work a little more independently. So with this language arts, they will have like the parent teacher section in the front, but it's only like 2 to 4 minutes, and then they kind of need to do it independently. I will say I will probably be helping Christopher a bit more on his, just making sure he's understanding the questions that are being asked and everything. But I think I have a really good feeling that once I get him kind of started on a flow, he's gonna do really well with it. Haley, I think, is gonna do amazing, and Addie's gonna do really good. Her spelling this past year, I wanted to see a little bit more improvement. So I'm really hoping that the spelling with this is gonna help a lot more. They have all three been reading like all summer so far. We've done some reading programs already, and I do have some things I'm gonna share as far as like what they are gonna be having independently. So they'll have like their own schedule for the day, which I'm gonna kind of roughly go through so that way they can see what they need to do in which order. And then when we do stuff together, there's three subjects that we are gonna group do together, and that is gonna include Bible time, history, and science, because science is video lessons. So, and I also, this is our first year using the Science Shepherd, so I really want to be engaged in like watching that with them. It is biblically sound, so I do feel very good about that. And also, science is not my favorite subject, so, but I am so excited for Science Shepherd. I think there's going to be some really cool stuff that they're going to get to do this year. I also don't think it's going to like take as long. Prior years when we were using other science curriculums, I'm like, oh my goodness, like this is taking forever, and I'm not a science fan. So Science Shepherd makes science look like it's going to be a lot more fun and engaging, and it's not going to take us as long throughout the day. So that is a plus for me, and I'm excited about history. I just got history curriculum in. The only thing I don't have yet is the read aloud packs to go with that. So when I get that, I will share all that stuff with you guys. But I feel like I'm just kind of like going on and on about it, but I'm so excited, you guys. So The Good and the Beautiful is coming back into our house, and there is a few other things we're getting from The Good and the Beautiful, and I will probably film like a unboxing video when I get all that so you guys can actually see it. But yeah, that's it. And I know that like maybe there's some people that might be like, why are you switching? And you know, you've been using that for so long, like, because I was using BJU for a while. But you guys, sometimes like when something is not working in your home, in your school, in your homeschool, something's not working and you are feeling the need to change things. And I'm not one to, I've never purchased curriculum and then sold it like within a week and then purchase new curriculum. I've never done that. In all 6 years, I have never got that feeling like this is not it. And as soon as I had received stuff from BJU, I was like, I wasn't even excited, guys. I was like, there was zero excitement for the next year. And that was like, and this is before I even decided to choose The Good and the Beautiful. So I have zero excitement. I know that at least one or two of my kids aren't even excited about it. And then thinking about how like it felt through like the last quarter of our school year using BJU, and I was just like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? That was my thought. And then I don't even know how The Good and the Beautiful kind of came about, where I don't even remember how that all played out exactly. But as soon as I started seeing some things about The Good and the Beautiful, and I'm like, because we used to use all of their stuff, and then I kind of like veered away, and then now we're coming back, and I just feel so good about it. But that's it, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this like kind of little chit chat video with me on why we are going to use The Good and the Beautiful, and I'm so excited. So thank you so much for watching, and once again, just let me know in the comments down below if you like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like videos like this. Well, these aren't even videos that I would normally film, actually, where I'm like, oh yeah, we're switching, because I don't normally switch. But give this video a thumbs like, guys, and please subscribe if you haven't, and I hope you choose to stick around and kind of see what we're doing next year. I am going to be showing you guys, so once we start in August, I don't have a start date yet, I'm still trying to figure that out, but we will be starting in August, and I was talking to Haley, so Haley, we were kind of like, me and Haley watch YouTube videos sometimes together, and so I was talking to her, I'm like, hey, how would you feel if we kind of did like a video where we kind of film like a lesson with you, with using The Good and the Beautiful for the first time? their languid arts. And she was like, yeah, let's do it. So I thought that was kind of fun that she was excited about it. But there's like some pastel work they get to do in here, and there's just like, they get to learn about some different country. Oh my gosh, just lost it. Some different countries and stuff. And yeah, I'm excited. So good decisions. I feel great about it. I actually like literally want to start right now, but I'm like, relax, it's still summer. So thanks again, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.